In 1890, Paris came dangerously close to inventing the internet. Not with wires, with air. Then something unexpected entered the system. The operators had a name for it, la punaise, the bug, not an insect, a routing instruction that got stuck. Officially, this was only pneumatic post, brass capsules, iron tubes, pressure, valves, and clerks moving messages below a city that was jammed above ground. But one hidden trial tried to do more than deliver. It copied messages, timed them, tagged them, then it let a machine decide where they went next. And for 43 nights, Paris did not simply send mail, it routed information. The first clue was not a machine, it was a repeated instruction. The same red tag appeared where it should not appear twice. Then a capsule arrived at the wrong office. Then a notice appeared in public saying only that part of the service was closed for maintenance. But below the floor, the reconstruction points to something larger. A room where pressure, paper, time, and trust were being turned into a primitive information system. To understand why that mattered, we have to go back to the part that was real. Paris really did have a pneumatic message network. It was not a metaphor. You could walk into an office, write a message, seal it, and hand it to a clerk. The clerk placed it inside a brass carrier, about the size of a forearm, and locked the carrier into the mouth of a tube. Pressure did the rest. Above ground, the city moved at the speed of horses, carts, weather, and crowds. Below ground, a message could cross neighborhoods through iron pipes most citizens never saw. The system still depended on people. A clerk had to stamp the time. An operator had to choose the route. A courier often had to finish the last part on foot. But the strange thing was already there. The city had built a second Paris under the first one made for messages. Project Lanterne, in this version of the archive, did not replace that network. It hid inside it. After the public counters closed, certain messages were pulled out of the ordinary flow. One note became 3 slips. One destination became a sequence. One ordinary delivery became a small decision tree. The operators added timestamps, copy numbers, priority marks, and a red strip of punched paper. The strip was not meant for a person to read. It was meant for a machine. When the holes lined up, brass pins dropped through them. The pins moved a selector. The selector opened a valve, and the capsule went somewhere because the paper told the room what to do. That is the line where this stops looking like mail, it starts looking like routing. For the first nights, the trial seems to have worked. The logs in the reconstruction do not describe panic, they describe efficiency. Copies moved, queues shortened, priority messages jumped ahead. Then the first symptom appeared, repetition. A carrier returned to a tray where it had already been counted. Then another one followed the same wrong path. Inside the reader, one red tag had bent. Its corner caught on a brass pin. The machine read the next capsule through the memory of the previous one. It did not rebel. It did not misunderstand. It obeyed too well. A simple machine fails by stopping. A smarter machine can fail by continuing confidently in the wrong direction. By the final week, the error was no longer funny. The tubes were not carrying only greetings. They carried prices, office instructions, police memoranda, sealed notes, and private requests that mattered because the wrong desk was never supposed to see them. The bug did not destroy the network. It embarrassed it. One office received a capsule with a seal meant for another address. Another received a copy before the original arrived. A third received a message that should not have existed twice. For ordinary delivery, that was a mistake. For an information system, it was worse. It was a failure of trust. The operators could repair a jam. They could replace a valve. But how do you repair the belief that the network knows where a message belongs? The public explanation was simple. Maintenance. A notice went up. A route map was covered. The counters opened the next morning as if nothing unusual had happened. But the private files kept a different shape of the story. A tray of red tags. A log with repeated station marks. A brass capsule with paper still trapped in its seam. This was not the origin of the word bug. That would be too perfect. But it is the same idea in another machine. A small physical fault. An instruction corrupted by contact with the real world. A system obedient enough to make the mistake larger than the object that caused it. In the end, the tubes lost. Wires got faster. Switchboards got smarter. Telephones, teleprinters, fax machines, and later computers made the pneumatic city feel like a beautiful dead end. But the dead end was not empty. It contained a question that would return in other forms. What matters most in a network? The thing being carried, or the instruction that tells the system what to do with it? Some futures do not fail because they are impossible. They fail because they arrive before the world has learned how to trust them.